Why are you trying so hard yet still in the minor leagues? These words came from John, a former Major League Baseball player from America. What exactly happened to him as he tried to make a comeback in Japan's minor leagues? Before we continue with the video, please make sure to subscribe and hit the like button. By doing so, you'll get to see more stories that interest you. Now, let's dive into the details. John Williams. His name was known to all in the major leagues. Known as a baseball prodigy for his genius, batting sense and speed, he thrived as a legend in the major leagues. However, a knee injury suddenly ended his prime years. Once relying on his speed, John's performance drastically declined after the injury, and he painfully realized his limitations. Heartbroken and living a life soaked in alcohol, John wanted to throw everything away. Shocked by the loss of his brilliant career, knowing he had nothing left but past glories in America, he decided to transfer to professional baseball in Japan. However, his passion for baseball had faded. Upon moving to Japan, John joined a local professional team, but continued to struggle, disengaged in practice and drowning his sorrows in alcohol. He was like a shell of his former self. His teammates and coaches tried to reach out to him, but John's heart was completely closed off. During this time, John encountered Yoshida, a Japanese player who diligently practiced in the minor leagues. Although not exceptionally talented, Yoshida was famous within the team for his effort and passion. He meticulously polished his bat daily and repeated swings. Yoshida's dream was to contribute to his team in the major leagues someday, and led them to victory. For him, baseball was not about shining individually, but about fighting as part of the team. At first, John scoffed at him and mocked, "Why do you try so hard yet still stay in the minor leagues?" However, Yoshida responded with a smile, "It's easy for talented people to shine. But us ordinary people can only shine through effort. What matters is not what you can do for yourself, but what you can do for the team." John was taken aback by these words, and they started to remind him of the pure passion for baseball he once had. After practice, John often displayed a resigned attitude, especially lamenting his knee injury and repeatedly talking about his past glories. "If my knee hadn't been injured, I'd still be running around in the majors. If it weren't for that injury, even now." Holding a drink, John would talk about himself, pitifully, unable to accept the present reality without his former speed. Yoshida listened to these words, but finally, he couldn't hold back his anger anymore and raised his voice at John. "Don't blame everything on your knee injury." John was surprised by Yoshida's shout and stopped with his drink in hand. "What happens to you is your responsibility." Yoshida's eyes were sharp, and his usually calm expression was gone. "You've always been making excuses that it's because of the injury, but how you take it is up to you. Clinging to past glories and lamenting your current self won't change anything." John was about to retort, but Yoshida's words struck him deeply, and he was lost for words. Yoshida continued, "I'm not talented, I'm not fast, nor can I hit home runs. Yet, I polish myself every day and do what I can for the team." Have you ever faced yourself fully, not just relying on talent or using your injury as an excuse, but truly fought with all your might? John was shocked by Yoshida's words, realizing for the first time that he was trapped in the past, and had not faced his current self. Yoshida was skilled at sacrifice bunts, taking pride in advancing his teammates to ensure the team's victory. One day, watching Yoshida practice bunts, John harshly questioned him. "Why not always aim for a home run? Sacrifice bunts that make you an out or a loser's play." For a moment, Yoshida's face stiffened, but he calmly lowered his bat and looked at John, replying, "Baseball isn't played alone. Every small play is necessary for the whole team to win. If my hit advances someone home, that's enough for me. If the result is the team's victory, I'm satisfied with that." Yamato Damashi is about not giving up. It's about abandoning oneself, and continuing to fight together with your teammates. John was shaken by these words, realizing something he had lost along the way. His past self, which relied solely on talent and sought personal glory, starkly contrasted with Yoshida, who fought for the team. In a game, John and Yoshida's team faced a formidable team filled with star players representing the Japanese baseball scene. And the difference in strength was overwhelming. John began to show a defeated attitude even before the game started. "We can't win against this team. No matter what we do, it's useless." John sighed and slumped on the bench. Yoshida quietly approached him, looking him straight in the eye. "John, have you already given up?" John frowned and retorted, "Isn't it obvious we have no chance? You must see it. Too, we can't possibly win against such a strong opponent." Without a smile, Yoshida replied in a straight voice, "Even if you think you can't win against the opponent, you face them with all your might. That's our baseball. That's Yamato Damashi." John was surprised by these words and looked at Yoshida, whose eyes held no doubt, ready to face the formidable opponent. As the game started, Yoshida continued to play his hardest. Against any overwhelming opponent, never giving up. He continued making sacrifice bunts, advancing runners, contributing defensively, and inspiring his teammates, gradually raising the team's morale. Watching this, John deeply felt how faint-hearted he had been. And a fire was reignited in his heart. Not giving up is Yamato Damashi. I should be fighting too. John gripped his bat with a stronger resolve than ever, and stepped up to the plate. Though he faced a formidable pitcher, John did not give up, focused on the ball, and swung with all his might. Though they did not win the game, something had changed in John. By showing a fighting spirit despite previously giving up, he gained new respect from his teammates. John quit drinking and, keeping Yoshida's words in his heart, began practicing again. He trained with Yoshida, gradually regaining his former brilliance, but now as a player who thought first of the team's victory. Finally, John made a comeback to the major leagues, and succeeded in the season in Japan. His attitude caught the attention of scouts from America, and he was once again invited to the major leagues. John stood on the major league stage again. While he no longer had his former speed, the Yamato Damashi he learned from Yoshida lived in his heart. Believing in his teammates and fighting together with the team, John swung his bat without minding his knee pain. Home runs soared into the stadium sky one after another. The audience praised him as the man of comeback. But in John's heart, the image of a certain minor league player surfaced. "Yoshida, thank you. You taught me not just about talent but about real strength." Among the cheers of the audience, John murmured in his heart and gripped his bat with renewed faith in himself. As John regained his brilliance in the major leagues, Yoshida achieved his first major league promotion in Japan's professional baseball and made a decisive hit with a sacrifice bunt that led his team to victory. Though their lives continued in different places, what connected them was their effort and the never-give-up spirit, the Yamato Damashi. And so, with that spirit in his heart, John continued to hit home runs one after another. Thank you for watching this video to the end. If you have any thoughts or opinions, please share them in the comment section. Also, subscribe and like to enjoy more videos that depict the greatness of Japan.